Welcome back. Time now for Four Things First. Brandon, you're up, and you loved Kyler being all smiles.
I don't know, man. I got to get Mike Vick's take on this. I don't think we've ever seen this. A guy look out there, he sees his guy one-on-one. He starts smiling before he even throws the ball. This duo, to me, is the most dangerous duo and the scariest duo in the National Football League. And there's something interesting that's probably going to happen over the next couple years. You have this guy who hasn't entered into his prime, and then you have DeAndre Hopkins, who's entering into his prime, and that is scary, Mike, when you look at this duel. And, Mike, I don't know if you've ever done this. You looked out and you saw D-Jack, and you just start smiling before you threw the ball. This is amazing.
Yeah, always smiling pre-snap, but never smiling during the play. The only person I think I ever seen do this was Tom Brady. Tom Brady was the only guy I ever seen smile.
Tommy, there go Tommy again.
I said that for Nick.
Little trick play trouble, Wilds.
Oh, Dabo Swinney needs to take this play and shred it. I know you want a creative outlet, but you can learn guitar. You can go to Home Depot and buy a copper pipe and cut it up and hammer it and turn it into a cup. You can write like Dabo Swinney, Live, Laugh, Love. Do whatever you need to do to get your creative juices flowing. But stop calling plays that put the number one draft pick in danger with soliciting hits from multiple Syracuse players.
Don't get cute,
Never run that again. Sincerely, the Jets and the Falcons.
What did you think the Jets, what went through the Jets' mind when they saw this?
Will Baker.
Yeah, I mean, a pretty good throw. Pretty good game for a guy that certain folks were saying should lose his job to Case Keenum. Now, I know what Brandon's going to say here. He wants to see Baker do this against a tougher opponent, if possible, wearing only one shoe, and even better if the other team can have 16 men on the field. We'll see if at some point he can do that. But he's going to have to settle for going 22 of 23 and the game-winning touchdown pass among his 5 touchdown passes in the final 3 quarters against Cincinnati to get the Browns
Well, he was
fifth
so
win.
good, he's still looking up at the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then there was one, the last unbeaten, unflappable team in the Steelers. This awesome little flick play here by Ben Roethlisberger, who only played 2 games last season. Guy's coming off elbow surgery. He's 38 years old, and he's got his team, who's playing great on all 3 sides of the ball at 6-0 after beating the unbeaten Titans. He was not bad yesterday. He's just hitting his stride right now. I am so happy for my underdog Pittsburgh Steelers, I can finally say. Well, unlike the Steelers, it was another brutal day for the New England Patriots. Patriots hosting Jimmy G and the Niners. All Niners, all afternoon. It was so bad, in fact, Cam Newton, who had a miserable day, was actually benched going into the 4th quarter. And once things got out of hand, really, Cam only had 9 completions, 98 yards. He threw 3 picks on the day. Jarrett Stidham came in on relief. It was to no avail. Niners blowing out the Patriots. Here's Cam Newton after the loss.
You know, I can't speak for everybody. You know, I just stick to the man in the mirror, and I wasn't good enough. You know, in no way, shape, form did I put this team in a position to compete. And, you know, that's inexcusable. This is the National Football League where, you know, a lot is put on the quarterback, and you know, I have to deliver, and I haven't done that. And, you know, quite frankly, you know, it's evident. So, you know, here moving forward, you know, I know what the issue is, like I just said, and, you know, I just have to be better.
I thought that was such a mature answer by Cam Newton. It showed accountability, a little vulnerability. He knows what he has to do. I'm all into the way Cam Newton is handling the last couple of weeks there in New England. Patriots now 2-4 after that loss. Mike Vick, I'll ask you, what should the Patriots' level of panic be on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would say about a 9 right now with Cam. You know how Cam just has that infectious smile, and you know, his dominance is kind of symbolized through his mannerisms, and you know, Cam step on the field and his presence, you know, kind of speaks for itself. I don't see the juice. I don't see an upbeat Cam. I don't see Cam looking like he's having fun like he did the first 3 weeks of the season. And you know, I firmly believe that nothing has really changed within the offense. If anything, you enhance the offense, and you're building on the things that you're doing well. And it seems like they're regressing to a sense. And I just don't understand or can't see why. You know, I usually judge a quarterback You know, like I said, by his mannerisms and looking into his eyes, even through the helmet, you can tell if he's extremely focused and you know, all in on what's about to go down. And I just don't sense that from Cam right now. I even texted my brother yesterday, like saying, you know, something looked like it's wrong with Cam, seriously. And I don't know if he's hurting. I don't know if he's not feeling well. I know he just had the COVID. So, you know, I'm giving him a pass. But, you know, things have to turn around quickly for the New England Patriots if they're going to make a run, you know, at the divisional title, which is where you have to start. So I think it all falls on Cam, and Cam is taking full responsibility as he did in the press conference and as he should as the quarterback of the team. But, you know, I just want to see that fire. I want to see that juice from Cam. I want to see him, you know, I want to see him the bounce back. You know, it's time. You know, he surprises early, you know, showed us what he could do. And, you know, all of a sudden, you know, that's not existing anymore. So, you know, something has to change.
Okay. Well, Mike, I will try to take your advice to Cam and put it to myself, because I don't know if you see the fire in my eyes, but it's not there, buddy. It's just been all drained out of me. And people were like, I was drinking this bottled water. People are like, is Wilds drinking a beer on TV? I'm like, no, I'm not drinking a beer. But today, honestly, full vodka, and I was chugging it before this segment, to be 100% honest with you. We're in a bad spot, Nick. We lost 3 straight. It's Belichick's worst home loss. We lost 2 at home. Cam's thrown for 0 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. We've got 3 passing TDs on the year, but Cam caught 1, so we actually have 2. Our collective quarterback rating, which we count Javelin and Hoyer, is tied with the Jets, but we got more interceptions. We can't run the ball. We went from 250, yeah, we're a running team, then 185, 117 to 94, and Cam is answering all the questions. Great, Jenna, but Nick, Cam's not playing defense. The 49ers and Jimmy G walked right back in and be like, hey, you should have never traded me. Boom, scored a touchdown. First time that's happened in 4 years. So your old buddy Kevin Wilds would like to have take a page from Nick Wright's book and be like, it's all fine, I'm all good. I'll be honest with you, not good, buddy. Not doing well. Old KW is in a bad spot.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what you should be concerned about, what you maybe should be concerned about, and why it's all going to be okay. What you should be concerned about is this. Future Greater Worcester Area Hall of Famer Julian Edelman is done. He had a great game against the Seahawks. Since then, I think he's got 8 catches for 80 yards. He's done. Like, his time as a number 1-ish receiver appears to be over. So that you should be concerned about. What you maybe should be concerned about is what Mike alluded to. We can't ignore the elephant in the room, which is Cam Newton was one player, got COVID, and since then has been a different player. And I know it's very in vogue in certain circles to pretend this doesn't exist or that it's a meaningless illness unless you're 85 years old, but that's simply not true. We just had a different NFL player knocked out for the season due to complications with COVID, so we don't know how it affected Cam. I saw how it affected Russell Westbrook, who's an elite athlete in the prime of his career. So you've got to hope that he is going to continue to recover from that and get better. But here's why you shouldn't be concerned. The Dolphins, who you're behind in the standings, just went to a rookie who, while I think is awesome, is going to take his lumps. And the Bills just beat the Jets by 8 points, which, according to my standings, counts as a loss. And even if in the official standings it counts as a win, you play the Bills next week. When the Patriots beat the Bills next week, they're going to be a game out. And then the week after that, the Bills play the Seahawks, and you get the Jets. So you're going to be 4-4 and in first place in the division, or tied for first, before you know it. Cam will get better. Belichick will figure it out. You're not getting Brandon. They're not Super Bowl contenders, but they are still, in my opinion, the favorites to win this division, no matter how bad they've looked the last few weeks.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that,
Nick, I don't know, man. Yeah, Nick, I just don't know, man. Last week when Jenna asked this question, I think, you know, we all were low on the scale. You know, I was at a 1, I believe. Now I think I'm a 6 pushing a 7, because it's not about, you know, that they lost. It's about how they lost. You know, last 18 possession, Cam Newton and that offense put up 18 points. 5 possessions ended with an interception. And that's a problem.
That's really bad.
But let's dive into the why. If you watch these games, I don't know if it's Cam, I don't know if it's Josh McDaniels, but he's not protected. I don't know if he's getting his offensive line in the right sets, and then also he has no threat down the middle. How does the New England Patriots go from the top team in the league getting the ball to their tight ends to having no tight end presence at all? And if you go back to what Cam Newton was successful at and how where he did his damage, with Greg Olsen was down the middle of the field or just having a tight end that he can throw to. He has no help. I want to push this conversation a little forward, though, and it may be a little too soon. But I want our show to be the first to have this conversation. Now, this year, there was a lot of talk between who was more important, Tom Brady or Bill Belichick.
Oh, darn it.
They both were in New England last year. Tom Brady goes to Tampa. Tom Brady sitting at 5-2.
Wiles is not emotionally. Wiles isn't ready for this, Brandon.
Michael Thomas.
Is it too soon? Is it too soon,
Michael
Jenna?
Thomas.
Is it too soon? Is it too soon? So listen, here's my thing. Here's my thing with New England.
Wiles can handle it.
Another 2 weeks,
Go,
but here's my thing, Mike. Here's my thing. We know New England knows how to win, but do they know how to lose? Look at Wiles on the show, our resident Patriot fan. All of a sudden, they lose 3 games, and he's talking about I'm chugging vodka. I'm chugging vodka. That's what you're doing after you lose a game. Really? I don't think they know how to lose. This could be all bad for New England.
Let us set that aside for a second.
Okay, 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I'll answer it. No problem. That's what he said. He said, let me answer it in 2 weeks, Jenna. In 2 weeks.
1 week, Mike.
I will take note. I will revisit this and whatever. I'll revisit it sometime after we talk a little Todd Gurley. How about that? Falcons, Lions. And Todd Gurley trying to pull a Brian Westbrook, but he fell into the end zone for 6. Didn't mean to. Lions would get the ball back. Lions would drive down, and Lions would win. Here's what Todd Gurley had to say afterwards.
I was mad as hell. Yeah, I was trying not to. My momentum took me in. It's kind of crazy. Last time I played Detroit, I went down, and this time I end up scoring. It's like, what goes around comes around.
All right, Wiles, what'd you make of the play? And Gurley's response to it.
He's done this twice. He fell against the Packers. He fell against the Lions. But look, don't beat yourself up. I know you're like the Falcons that keep on losing games in the fourth quarter, but everyone that's got you in fantasy loves you, buddy. So I know you're upset with the guys in the locker room might be mad at you. The greater Atlanta area might be mad at you. But there's people all around the world that are happy for you. That's the silver lining, Todd Gurley.
No. This is all bad. Mike, you know this. Situational football, we practice this. It's called don't score. In defense, they practice let them score in this moment. So this is all bad for Atlanta team trying to get back on track.
It's one thing after another with Atlanta. Todd Gurley, the intentions was right. You just couldn't pull it off, bro. And next time, you know better, so you got to do better, man. And it's the second time around for you. Next time, make the play that you're supposed to make, bro.
Look,
Listen,
the guy just lets him go.
I gotta help Todd Gurley out here. Brandon, I gotta help Todd Gurley out here. Todd, if you're watching, I want you to feel better, because here's what you need to know. Whether you scored or not, the Falcons were gonna find a way to lose. The moment Arthur Blank shows up on that sideline, looking like the Monopoly man, you know the Falcons are going to invent a new way to lose. It doesn't matter. It's just wait. The Falcons are ahead late. Where's Arthur Blank? Oh, is he standing on the sideline looking scared? Well, guess what? Loss coming. So if he went down and the Lions kick a field goal with 2 seconds left, somehow Atlanta's losing. I promise you, Todd. So you got the fantasy points, you got the touchdown. Atlanta was going to lose either way. Take solace.
All right. Let's talk some Baker Mayfield. Did he silence the critics yesterday with his performance? Some say yes, some say I'm not sure, but he was shaking and baking in the locker room afterwards. Take a look.
Give me a little drip. Give me a little drip. yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, 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 yeah.